Have you ever gotten screwed buying or selling a house? I have. So my currency is here to get people a better deal. And we're going to do this using prediction market and social application technologies. So what we're going to do is we're going to get valuations that are driven by people. So this is wisdom of the crowds at work, but it's really much more, because we're going to go in and we're going to measure and report to you the individual reputations of people. So it's really about the wisdom, it's really about the wisest of the crowds. And this is critically important if you're a professional, because 2/3 of internet leads have a sales conversion rate of 0. Okay, this is Patricio Treveri. He's our lead engineer and scientist. He's going to be navigating for us today. So this is our splash page. This is a jumping off point for users from 3 different directions. They can find a professional who's been vetted by my currency. They can get values of housing or housing indexes that have been determined by the community. And they can use our social applications to connect and discuss. So we're going to go ahead and get logged in, and we're going to take a look at this. So what we'll do is we're going to bring up the housing indexes for housing index for the Pacific Heights neighborhood. And what we'll have here is we're going to ask the community about what they think the future value of a square foot in this zip code, in this neighborhood in San Francisco. What we do is we go out and we collect data and about the existing properties in the market and re-report it every week. But what we're asking the community is to tell us what they think the future value is. So Patricia, can you tell us what's happening right now in this neighborhood?
Yes, people are paying $1,170 per square foot, but the crowd thinks that that's overpriced.
Okay, so we have a direction in what the community thinks. I'm interested in the magnitude of this change. Let's go ahead and take a look at the actual prediction.
Yeah, the crowd value is set at $1,158, so that's $12 under.
$12. Okay, so if I'm looking to buy a 3,000 square foot home, that's something like $36,000 I would save if the community is right about their prediction. Okay, so what I'd like to do is I think that prediction, the community is actually wrong. I think it's actually going lower. Let's go ahead and give it a prediction, our prediction.
Okay, let me give it a conviction level of 7 out of 10 and a value estimate of $1,041 per square foot. Enter the trade. And the new crowd value is $1,132.
Okay, so what we've seen is what the community thinks about housing values, and we've had an opportunity to give it our own impact. Now we can do this also with specific houses. Go ahead, Patricia will go ahead and bring up this, some of the housing markets that have listed. We have a social bookmarking tool that we give the community that can bring in houses that have been listed. And you can see basic details about the houses, a link out to wherever the house is listed. And what's important here, though, is the list price and what the community thinks about that list price, whether it's too high or too low. We can also see who's underneath this, who's actually making predictions. And if we click a username, we can see details about their predictions. We can get a profile about these people. We can see the relationships they have in the community. You'll also notice that there's some reputation data there that we're rendering. This is the second leg of what we're doing. This is a very important part of what my currency is all about. So we're going to go ahead and go into the people section, and we're going to see who the experts are in a particular neighborhood. In this case, we're going to go ahead and let's look up for Pacific Heights. Okay, so it looks like we have 6 people who are coming back, which implies that at least 12 people have tried to achieve reputation along in this specific neighborhood. Because what we try to do is we're only interested in who are the experts. We don't care about who doesn't know. So what we have here now, in terms of our reputation algorithm, we measure people along 3 dimensions. Performance, and that is performance in our markets. Their contributions, which is contributions across all our social applications. And then popularity, which is essentially the popularity and the effectiveness of those contributions with other users in the community. So my currency is really wisdom of the crowds, but it's also about wisest of the crowds, and it's about community. So if you're tired of getting screwed in housing, come over to booth 59 and see what we're up to. Thank you.